What's up? It has been a minute since I have made a YouTube video, obviously. I've been sick, alright, that's what's been going on. I think I got whatever my dad had, and now my mom has it, and just, it's back to school, sick season, not fun. But, look at this thing, it is so unbelievably dirty. It's fine, I'll wash it eventually. But tonight, we're gonna go out to a new video spot, so just a parking deck, and I wanted to go over everything that I've learned about this car in the past, 3-4 months of owning it, and I think this is just something fun that I wanted to do. It's gonna be an easier video for me to wait, easier video for me to make, and an easier video for you guys to watch. Now, we're gonna go everything that has broken, all the quirks, insides and outs of me owning a Skyline, and more particularly my Skyline. So if you're thinking about getting one, this is just the stuff you're gonna want to look out for. Anyways, I will see you guys when we get there. We're here, and before I shut off my car, this thing sounds absolutely insane in a parking deck. So it is extremely hard for me not to hit boost on like every floor too, but here she is. Now I'm gonna go cut her off and we will get right into the video. I'm gonna just do a little walk around here, so you guys can see the car while I talk about it. So first thing I guess is gas mileage, and this has come up in other videos before, but it's not the best. 16 to 18, not gonna complain. Like I said before, it's a turbo six cylinder from the 90s. The way this thing drives though is absolutely insane because it's on either lowering springs or stock springs with Bilstein shocks, struts, whatever you want to call them, and it handles so well in rear wheel and all wheel when the ABS module isn't messing with me. The way this thing sounds, the RB20, absolute dream of mine to own. I wasn't like a big RB fanboy or anything like that before, definitely am now. Just the way this thing sounds in boost, the exhaust note, all the cool noises this thing makes, insane. This car is most definitely an attention getter for sure. I went to the grocery store tonight with my mom, and this kid working at Harris Teeter walks up and is like, "Hey man, I just want to tell you I really like your car." I was like, I appreciate it, dude. Seriously, have a great night. And mom's like, does that like happen all the time? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. I love this car so much for that reason, because it makes people so happy. Everything about it, the way it sounds, the way it looks, being on the wrong side if they don't know what it is, and if they know that it's a Skyline, not a GTR or whatever, I really don't care. Just like, damn dude, that's a Skyline. Like we didn't get those here 30 years ago. But I love everything about this car, all the good and bad that's come with it. My mom's car, the Alfa Romeo Giulia, has been in the shop more times in the past 6 months than this thing has probably in its whole life. Like, we drove this thing back from Florida No problems. I've driven it to the beach a couple times now, once or twice. Daily it to work, school. School's like 20 minutes away, and this thing's just a tank. It really is. And RB motors for reliability they're just insane. Now, when it gets down to wiring and stuff like that from the early 90s, not the best, but if you fix it, take care of it, do preventative maintenance, no issues. If you put oil in this thing and make sure it has oil, Carmelo, it'll go for so long. I've talked to a bunch of people that daily their Skylines, and they're just like, yeah, man, these things are tanks. And the main thing that's given me a lot of confidence was driving this thing back from Florida. A sight unseen, I went, test drove it, and with 30 minutes I had signed, and I was out of there, ready for a long ass 13-hour drive home, 11 to 12. It was a tank. We stopped every 2 hours to fill up gas, and so great, so great. You're probably wondering, Fitz, what's it like? What's it like dailying a car or driving a car with the steering wheel on the wrong side? It's really no different once you get used to it. Said this before, but the first 2 hours, my mom was reminding me, hey, stay in the right lane, stay in your lane, stay in your lane. It's unnatural at first. Shifting with your left hand, super easy. The clutch pedals are in the same position. The gearbox is in the same position. It's not hard. It is not hard. If anything, it's more fun to me. Some common questions that people ask about having a Skyline. Probably the most one, weirdly enough, is that, should I get this as my first car? No. My answer is no, because it's an antique. It's a classic car. It's so sick. If you're in Australia or something, that's different. They're just beaters there. Here, can't exactly get parts as fast as you would like. Which leads me to my next question. Is it hard to get parts for this thing? No. If you are getting a Skyline, you're hopefully already gonna know people. For example, Roberto, who sold me the car, is like, dude, if you ever need anything, text me, call me. If you need parts, hit me up. It only takes one person. And I have friends in Australia as well. They're like, dude, if you need parts, hit me up. We can mail them to you. It's not that hard. The third question I get about the Skyline is it fast? No, it's really not that fast. It makes 230 horsepower to the wheels. Granted, it does have a front mount intercooler kit, an intake. That's about it. All right, so more air, but it's really not that fast. I promise. It's quick. It'll get up and go, but it's not like a race car. I promise.
All right, so I'm at work, and I realized as I was editing this video that a big chunk was missing, and this was like everything that had gone wrong. So I'm gonna go over that really quickly. First, there's a taillight fuse that went out, and headlights didn't work, taillights, blinkers, nothing. Thank God it was just 15. Somebody at the car meet that I was at had one, was able to pop it in, and we were good to go. The next part that was kind of broken is the ABS module. So coming home from Florida, tried to downshift, went to pass somebody, and it felt like I had a flat tire. When this was happening, I just switched it into rear wheel, just flipped the ABS switch, and it stopped. So I just drive it in rear wheel now, not a big issue. Other than that, I did have a misfire at one point, but I think that's just because it had been sitting for a little bit. I just drove it through it, and the car pulled through and just stopped misfiring.
All right, so like I said at the beginning of the video, this thing sounds awesome in here. We're gonna wrap up this video with a couple exhaust clips, nothing too crazy in the parking deck, so enjoy.
day.